If you want to become a more confident, fluent
Mic check. Check, mic. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Me, myself, I just woke up. You feel me? I just woke up. Man, I was knocked out. I went and stopped by my mama house today, man. I went over there to see her. I said, man, fuck it, I came to see you. And I end up seeing the back of my eyelids. You feel me? Oh man, I was knocked out. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was knocked out. Oh man. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Um, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, man, I still want to say welcome. But I also want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy B. Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's just big spot if you don't hablo Espanol. And you are now in tune to another episode of The Intraday. The Intraday Price Action Recap. You feel me? Man, how y'all doing today, man? Hopefully y'all doing okay, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I can't spend a whole lot of time. Like I say, I just woke up, so I'm a little bit behind. And we have our monthly lecture with the Diamond members. The Diamond Discord members, we have our monthly lecture this evening at 7 p.m. We will the topic that was asked for the lecture to be on is trading the Asian session and the New York pre-market. Gang. Let me get the mic and ask y'all a question, man. Come here. You know what I miss? I miss my old setup when I had the mic on the little boom and I could grab the mic and move and grab the mic and then pull the mic up and be like, come here, man. Let me talk to you for a second. I miss that. I miss having the mic on the boom where I could just grab it and pull the mic up, be like, hey, come here. Let me talk to you. All right. So I need to figure out a way I can get back to that. Right. Need to figure out a way I can get back to that. Where I could just have the mic readily available so that I could just grab it and just be like, come here, let me talk to you. All right. So, but gang, come here. Diamond members, come, all of the gang, y'all come here. Let me. If you're not part of the gang, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just sit back for a minute. I want to talk to the gang. Why do y'all always be asking me to do lessons about stuff that we already talked about, stuff that we already know? Right? Y'all, do y'all just be wanting refresher lessons, or is it that you haven't connected the dots that this is the same thing as that? It's just happening at a different time of the day. Is that what it is? I'm asking, this is a serious question I need to know, right? Have you not connected the dots to know that, okay, it's this time of day, but it's the same thing? Or it doesn't matter the time of day. It's all about the order flow and price delivery. Or I can see this model setting up at any time of day. But if I don't see the model, the trade isn't there. But if I see the model, the trade is there. Is that what it is? You haven't connected those dots yet? Or do you just like having refreshers? Do you like having? I don't mind, because I like running my mouth and I like helping people. So, and y'all say when I do the lectures or if I do the live streams, y'all be like, hey, this is very helpful. I'm super happy that, what I'm saying, individuals from all over the world want to come and listen to what this little boy from Fort Lauderdale, Florida got to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm thrilled that y'all want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Lauderdale, they didn't talk about stuff like this. Ain't nobody talking about no stock market, no trading, no candlesticks. Only candlesticks you heard about was the ones that you light and put on the table. If your lights got turned off, you got to light the little candlestick. If your lights got turned off, and your uncle run the extension cord, run the construction extension cord, the orange one, run it across the back fence to a neighbor house and get power from the neighbor house so that y'all can have some lights at nighttime and your friends won't laugh at you because your power turned off in your grandma's house where you stay with all your cousins and aunties and uncles. Well, y'all, that ain't y'all story. I'm sorry. That ain't y'all story. Y'all don't know about that.
When the only market was the flea market.
When the only market was the flea market. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The only market was the flea market. That ain't y'all story. Y'all was born with silver spoons in y'all mouths. I'm sorry. I'm not speaking y'all language. Hey, hey, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I hear we got Lumpy here. I see we got Jim in here. I saw some names. What happened to the chat? Oh, there it is. I see Here to Learn and Share up in here. I see we got Sarah up in here. We got Marco in here. We got Honey. The dots don't always connect for me. The more I hear it, it becomes clearer. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. The more you hear it, the clearer it becomes. Honey. All of the above. Marco says all of the above. Well, guess what? That's why we here. We are all here, right? We are all here to learn together, right? I'm just some simple guy from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, just sharing his thoughts on price action and sharing his take on the ICT concepts. Why? Because these ICT concepts and the stock market and the ability to trade these candles up and down have changed my life. And I'm treating it like the gospel. I'm going out and spreading it far and wide. And he who has ears, let him hear what I have to say. All right. Sage says, markets been doing bazookas. Sage, explain to me what markets being doing bazookas means. Explain that to me. I don't understand. Explain to me, Sage. Every time I see the name Sage on here, I want to say Sagey Poo. Do y'all know who Toby Nwingwe is? He's a rapper out of Texas, and his younger daughter name is Sage. And every time he says her name, he be like Sagey Poo. He got Baby Fat, Sagey Poo, and Chuko, the boy. And every time he say Sage name, he say Sagey Poo. Sagey Poo, come in, Sagey Poo. So every time I see Sage name in the chats, I think about Sagey Poo. All right. I shared the Zoom link in the chat. If anybody wants to click on the Zoom, and share their thoughts or opinions or ask a question. All right. 6:24. I got to be gone by 7. So let's get to it. Share my screen. Share my screen. Da-da-da-da-da. Who remember that song Share My Love by Mary J. Blizzle? Share my screen. Do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Let me share my screen. Screen is sharedeth. Did Price do something today? Did Price that caught someone off guard? Did Price do something where you said, hey, based on my analysis, Price is drawing toward XYZ. And then Price went somewhere totally different. Were you taken aback? Did you have to clutch the pearls even because of something that Price did today? Sage, you still haven't told me what the market doing bazookas mean. What does that mean? What does the market doing bazookas mean? What does that mean, Sage? Sage, if you don't mind, pull up on the Zoom link and tell me what the market been doing bazookas mean. Help me out. I want to know. Okay, no one put anything in the chat and no one unmuted. All right, was expecting draw on liquidity to the daily swing. What daily swing were you expecting it to go to, Sage? You was expected to go to a Sage. Do me a favor. Click on the, oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. Y'all know what? Sometime when I have it set to this, like anybody can't just come in. So I'm going to change this to take off the authenticated users. I'm going to save it. All right. Now,
I'm gonna need some Discord training, man. I just got off my phone. It took me like 4 minutes just to find a link to get back in this.
Sage with the Sage with the shucking and jiving now. Talk about I'm out at the restaurant and I can't join. Sage coming through with the foolishness. Sage coming through with the foolishness. All right, Sage. I was going to talk about whatever you was talking about, but since Sage don't want to come through, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's just look at price action. All right, here we go. Let's put it on 15-minute candles real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, this is the entire day right here. Right? These are 1-minute candles of the entire day. Let me turn on my fancy dancy before Jim unmutes and says, Tim, I can't see your little red cursor. I can't see your little red cursor, Tim. Y'all give it up for Jim, man. Y'all give it up for Jim. If you are in the gang, if you're in the diamond tier of the gang, you already know that Jim be going crazy with the hard hit analysis. Jim be in there sharing his analysis. Jim be in there putting it all out on Front Street. Jim be like, look here, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I traded today. You know what I'm saying? This was, I feel like I did good. I feel like I could have did better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I did this. Jim just be sharing. Y'all give it up for Jim, man. Y'all give it up for Jim, man. Jim is like a model Discord member. Jim coming through with the hard-hitting, helpful posts. Jim ain't out there with the stupidity You know, that's one thing I like about our Discord, right? We ain't in there just posting all the time with the dumb stuff like, hey, what y'all think gonna do this? Hey, what y'all think this? Do y'all think this good? Oh, hey, man, hey, what y'all? When somebody posts, they posting something of some value, and it's something you can chew on and walk around with stuck in your teeth for a little while. It ain't none of that foolishness where, hey, y'all think this, or hey, y'all think this, or hey, man, I just got 500 accounts, and hey, man, I got this right here, and hey, man, it ain't all that foolishness, right? 6:30. Let me stop running my mouth, right? So, get up for Jim again, man. Appreciate you. Now, this right here is today's trading. This is all these candles right here. This is all of today's trading, right? This lower gray rectangular shape here on the screen, that is today's new day opening gap, right? This gray rectangular shape here inside this purple rectangular shape, that is yesterday's new day opening gap. This purple rectangular shape, that is a new week opening gap from March the 24th, right? Something just caught my attention. I saw something move on the other screen. Oh, there's just people shouting at Jim. That's people shouting at Jim. What's up? What's up, AJ? I see AJ just popped up. What's going on with you? So, all right, that dark line or that line right there, that's midnight open, right? And the reason why we have this new day opening gap, this new week and new day opening gap up here, we're just going to call this the cluster on there. Bless you. The reason we have the cluster and the reason we have today's is because anytime price is trading near a new day or new week opening gap, right, I like to keep that on my screen. Why is that? Because they would tend to act as magnets, right? Price is either going to be attracted to them or price will repel off of them, right? So when they're trading in the vicinity, I just like to keep them on my screen, right? Why is that, Tim? Because anybody who knows me, you know that I trade the PD arrays that I keep on my screen is PD arrays that show me where the LIQ is and PD arrays that show me where the imbalances are, right? The IMBs, the LIQ and the IMBs, right? AKA the liquidity and the imbalances, fair value even, right? It shows me where the market will be attracted to. Why is that? Because price moves toward liquidity. It moves toward liquidity and it moves toward imbalance. So if there's liquidity available in the algorithm will draw toward it. If there's an imbalance in the market, the algorithm will draw toward it. So I like to keep any imbalances and liquidity on my screen that the market is near, right? So that's why I have a cluster of new, because this is where, remember, this is today's trading here. This is where we opened. It was a bearish new day opening gap. So we opened here, right? And this is our new day opening gap, right? This black line here, this is yesterday's low, liquidity. This black line here, that's yesterday's high, liquidity. This orange line, that's the monthly high from last month, liquidity, right? Gap, imbalance, gap, imbalance, gap, imbalance, right? So any gap, any imbalances or liquidity that the market is trading near, I like to put them on my chart to help me with my analysis, help me with my bias, help me understand how is the market moving toward this liquidity or imbalance. All right. So we open here last night and we take off like a bat out of Hades. Right? Shoots above the new week opening gap, the new day opening gap from yesterday, and the previous in yesterday's high, and excuse me, last month's high. Touched it again, right? Reason why I say we touched it again, because we had went above it before. We went above the monthly high before, right? So we went above the month. Let's squanch it up like this right here, right? So we went above the monthly high again. Okay. Now, looking at where we are in price. Okay. There's our high up there. If we go up to a daily chart, right? If we go up to a daily chart, nope, that's not the high. It's further than that, right? It's further than I thought. This is the high right here. Come here, line. That's the high right there. Let's just delete that and let's put a line actually up there. Boop. Right there. Buy side. Let's make it fatter. Right? That's the high right there that I thought that high was over there. I thought that high was. It's way up there. That high up there. That's the high that will complete. That's the high that will complete this market maker buy model that we're in right here. Right? That's the high there. That's the high right there that will complete this market maker buy model that we're in. Okay. We've talked about all of this. We said that right there. At this point in time, when price was here, right? Price was here. Let's go back for those who don't know. When price was here, right there, we said, hey, this appears to be our smart money reversal, right? Boop. When price was here, okay, we said, hey, now it's been confirmed after this move here. We said it's been confirmed. That's our smart money reversal, and that's our low risk buy, right? So now we know that we're on the right side of a market maker buy model. Okay. Now that we know we're on the right side of a market maker buy model, now we're looking for opportunities to buy, right? Until we reach our terminus. We had several targets that we were looking for to take advantage of on the way through. We had this target here, trading up to there, right? We had this target here, right? Because all of these are smaller market maker buy models in themselves, right? Here, here, right? Here's another one. There, right? So these are all the target. We had that target, and that target, right? We had 3 targets that we were looking to trade into based off the fact that we were on the right side of a market maker buy model, right? So at this point, right, we did that. We said now we're looking for price to go into our first stage of accumulation. We was looking for our first stage of accumulation here. Smart money reversal, low risk buy, looking for price to go into our first stage of accumulation, right? Now, boop, there, right? So now, when price was here, we said, hey, We said that was our smart money reversal. That was our low risk buy. And this right here was our first stage of accumulation. And we said that we got offset accumulation. Why? Because we consolidated, took out sell side, and then delivered to the buy side, right? So we got offset accumulation delivered right there. So that target was hit on the smart money, the low risk buy, right? That target, right? No, yes, that target was hit right there on the low risk buy, and that target was hit on the low risk buy. Both of them was hit on the low risk buy, right? And then we had this target right here. Right? Oh yeah, I forgot about this target. We had that target there that was hit on the first stage of accumulation. And then we said we're looking for it to go into the second stage of accumulation over here, right? And then that target there was hit on the second stage of accumulation right here, right? As we see here, get off the screen. What are we doing? Get off the freaking screen. As we see here, right? Got our consolidation, got some offset accumulation again, right? We consolidated, took out sell side, traded up, took out the buy side, gave another opportunity there to engage again, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 different targets have been hit, right? With these smaller market maker models inside of this larger market maker model here. And this is the terminus for the overall market maker model there. Okay. So now here we are here, over here, in another area of accumulation right there. This area of accumulation is mixing in with the delivery portion of this area of accumulation. Come up, deliver there. Once we deliver there, now we're instantly going into this entire area here is now our another stage of accumulation right here. All right. Now, we talked about the other day, said, hey, this is a daily, right? When we came here, if y'all remember, right? People ask me all the time, Tim, how do you see it in real time? This is how you see it in real time, right? This is how you see it in real time. Now, that was on the lower time frame. Now, on this daily time frame, if you look here, right? See, when we drew this out, we said this was the market maker model, right? That we was watching. This was going to be the terminus. And we said that this was we was on the right side after the smart money reversal. Then if you look at the daily time frame, you see that this right here was our smart money reversal. And then we just completed our low risk buy, right? So when we traded up here, right? This right here was showed us that this was our low risk buy when we traded back above that high right there. Now, one can argue that this, I talked about that, is our first stage of accumulation, right? Because it's right across from what can be argued as our last stage of distribution, right? I like to look at the more grand moves where I want to look at this entire thing as the stage of distribution, because we got accumulation and we got we got consolidation, and then we got the redistribution, the offset distribution price engine model, where we consolidated, took out buy side, took out sell side, retraced, and delivered, right? So I'm looking at that as the entire area of distribution. So I'm looking at this right here to be the entire area of accumulation right here as we move up on the low risk buy and move into the area of accumulation, and then looking for a move into the buy side to complete the market maker model. Now, if we look here closely right? As you see, we've been hanging in this area right here, right? When we hang in an area, what is that called? Consolidation, right? When we consolidate, what are we doing? Engineering liquidity, right? When we're engineering liquidity, what are we doing? Letting buy and sell orders accumulate above and below the market, right? So that's why I'm looking at this as my area of accumulation, right? Right across from my area of distribution. Okay. So now in this area of accumulation, what do I always say? Right? I want to see price engage the buy side, right? To let me know that it wants to continue going up, and then engage sell side before going up. Right? I like to see price move like that. You say you're going to the gym? All right, then. You going by yourself or you going with somebody? Okay. All right. Be safe. How long you gonna be there? About an hour or so. All right. Okay. Drive safe. All right. Love you. When last time you put gas in your truck? Okay. So you still good? Yeah. All right. All right. Where was I? What was I saying? What was I saying?
You said you want to, if we're going to continue up to complete that model, you want to see it take out buy side and take out sell side to give you that signature.
Oh yeah. Right. So when we come into the area of accumulation or distribution, it don't matter, but we talk about accumulation now, right? I want to see price, right? Take out the buy side. Yeah, I want to see it keep stretching toward the buy side, right? Then once it takes out the buy side, I want it to give me an opportunity to participate, right? If it's going to give me an opportunity to participate, I want to buy in a discount, right? So I want to come back to a discount. And if I'm coming back to a discount, I want the algorithm to manipulate some people. I want it to trick some shorts in, right? To engineer some liquidity to use as rocket fuel to go to the destination, right? So we come over here, and as you see, right, if we look here, the algorithm is constantly doing this, right? It's constantly doing this. If we look here, just over these few days here, we're just going to look at this candle by candle real quick, right? We're going to look at this candle by candle real quick. Now, let me go full screen and say this right here. Before I say this, right, I'm using this example candle by candle because it's here for me to show you this candle by candle right now, right? Don't look for this candle by candle every single day, every single minute, every single hour. Look for it when it's there, okay? Understand the concept of what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you visually on these candles, because on the lower time frame, the concept of engaging buy side, retracing to a discount, manipulating sales stops, and using it as rocket fuel, that's what's going on the lower time frames. But I'm just showing you on these higher time frames that on these higher time frame candles that the algorithm is constantly doing this. All right. I hit the wrong button. God dog it, Tim. Okay. I hit the right button that time. All right. So as we see, price, I got 11 minutes. Price comes up, right? Boom. Engages a high. This is last month's high right there. Okay. That's last month's high. All right. So price moved up, engaged the high. Okay. I don't need this market maker model line anymore. Get out of there. Right. So price expands up, right? Takes out a high over here, right? Retraces back down, right? Retraces back down into a discount of this range right here, right? Expands up, taking out buy side, retrace back down into a discount while trading below these lows, right? So what is it doing? Moving back to a discount, manipulating out sell side, right? Manipulating sell side in to force them to go short and use them as rocket fuel to move back up where to another high, right? We come up, we take out buy side, right? Come back down, right? Retrace back now in this area here, right? Right. We come back down, closing very near the low. So based off of this daily range right here, we're already closing in a deep discount. All right, we're closing in a deep discount. So we've already retraced back to a discount of this daily range, right? The next day, what do? We take out sell side, right? Boop, manipulate sell side in, retrace back and go up and do what? Take out buy side. Okay, took the sell side. So we took out buy side, letting you know I want to go that way. Retrace back, took out sell side, and then went back, took out the buy side. Okay, now we've taken out buy side here, right? And then we come back the next day, we retrace back down. We had an inside day, right? Had an inside day, retrace back down. Then the next day after that, what do? We took out the sell side, right? So we're retracing back down into, we came back to a discount, right? We came back down to a discount when we right, come near, get our Fibonacci tool right there, right? That's the low, that's the high, right? We're coming back down, making our way back down to a discount, pulling back, take out sell side. We got internal sell side that we're manipulating out. Here we come near this day here, right? What do? We had a lot of trading around, but we come here, we trade down, take out, manipulate the sell side, come into a discount of the range, and then we move back to where buy side liquidity, right? Took out yesterday's sell side, traded back up into the buy side, right? So price is constantly showing you it's going to push through the liquidity in the direction that it wants to go. It's going to retrace back to a discount to give smart money an opportunity to participate, right? So, but you got to know, when is it time to buy? How do you know that? By paying attention to the dealing range that price is in. What's the current dealing range that we're dealing in, right? You're looking at your dealing range. Okay, boom. Where is the discount of my dealing range? Once you see the discount of your dealing range, now you're looking for any imbalances that price would need to trade to, right? You're looking for, where are the imbalances that price would need to trade to in the discount of that range, right? If there's imbalances in the discount of that range, you have to allow for price. If there's let's just say, if we didn't have this daily fair value gap there, and the only imbalance that we had in here was this wick, right? Then you would have to allow to see if price wanted to come all the way down to consequent encroachment of this wick, right? So wherever the imbalances are, that's where you have to allow for price to get there, right? And if you have a dealing range, just say like this here, right? Let's look at this dealing range here, okay? If you have an entire deal from here, from this low all the way up to that high, right? You see how price, this right here, is the equilibrium of this entire range right there, right? So when you have a dealing range like this, you want to look at, one is the lower half, or in the case of bearishness, the upper half efficiently delivered, right? If that portion is efficiently delivered, then you want to look for a second portion or another second, third, fourth portion that has an impulse. Then you watch the impulse leg of that dealing range. Why? Because the lower portion has been efficiently delivered, and this impulse leg is leaving this efficiently delivered area, and that creates a balanced price range.
Oh, Tim,
Yes.
in that area you just saying, are you saying that area is balanced?
Yes.
Even with all the see, okay, I understand with balanced price range, even with the gaps in price, we still say it's balanced.
Yes.
Okay,
Because of
I see. I
balance.
never understood that part. Like on the right, where you drew your fibs, and that part, that gap there, we haven't delivered any sell side through it, but we talking about we balanced that other side already, the sell side, and it came up and offered buy side. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. We offered
Okay.
sell side, we
Mm-hmm.
offered buy side, we offered sell side, we offered buy side, and then we left.
So the
Once we
gaps do
once
not
we
matter.
I'm not going to say the gaps don't matter, but
I
in
mean, in
this
terms of the
case,
balance. Yeah.
yeah, in this case here, right?
Yeah.
In this case here, since we have a very efficiently delivered area, remember what I told you about these gaps are here because we
We're in a
halt.
hurry.
No, we halt price, right?
Oh.
We halt price, and
Mhm.
then when the algorithm is in a hurry to get up here, so when we halt price and it starts back up, it gaps up because it's in a hurry, it's moving fast. And
Okay.
since we halted price, the algorithm just continued doing what it was doing, so we gapping up,
And
right?
you
So
did say like a candle is there, right? So to
yes,
speak. Okay.
so we're looking at this gap as just a big, we're looking at this right here as one big green candle right here,
Okay.
right? You're looking at that as one big green, just like this here. See how we got this inside there? We're looking at this right here as one big red candle right here. These two
Okay.
candles here, we're just looking at that as one big red candle right there.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Same thing here. One big red candle right there. Okay. Because we're dropping, go up. And so all of this right here is very efficiently delivered, right? It's very efficiently delivered in here. So when we leave this area, right, this area here is balanced. Okay. Now, not to say that price, that's why I say I'm not saying that this doesn't matter, right? Because price could very well, let's just say if they want to be like uber manipulative, right? Price could stall out here, create relative equal highs at our terminus, right? And give a very deep retracement and come back to this imbalance, right? And come back to this imbalance before going up there. That's just, it'll be high resistance, right? It'll be very high resistance, and but it will not be outside of the scope of what's going on. Why? Because that's the smart money reversal. That's the low risk buy. All price has to do is stay above this low to stay in a market maker buy model right here. You see what I'm saying? Just stay above that low. So price, we could come set relative equal highs, draw all the way back down to this imbalance right here, and then go back up there, and we'll still have this market maker buy model that's intact, right? We'll still have that, which is intact. And then if we zoom out even further, right? If we zoom out even further, that right there, and we're looking at it from here, right? This right here, that will be our smart money reversal. That will be our low risk buy. And then that will give us offset accumulation at our first area of accumulation, right? In the larger scheme of things. right? That's why I say I never want to say that something doesn't matter, because price is always giving you signatures, but it always gives you something to look, you know what I'm saying? If you see price start to come here, you can say, okay, I'm watching this, price needs to stay above there. Boom, we hit that. And then now we see we got this first stage of accumulation where we got offset accumulation, and we continued up in this larger market maker buy model right here. Okay. All right. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. It's 7 o'clock, y'all. We didn't get a chance to get all the way into the price action because I was doing a lot of talking, but hopefully y'all got something out of this. Anyway, I got to go because it's 7 and it's time to do the monthly lecture with the Diamond members. Somebody remind me where I was at tomorrow when I get on for the price action recap, and I'll try to tap back into that vein. Okay, doke. Yeah, man. Till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing they call price action. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Rania Grande. That's just big spot if you know hablo español. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone.